What up? Happy Friday. We have Jackson here who just looks so much bigger on camera. He looks so much bigger on camera than you did like a month or two ago. But if you're new to the channel, we're giving away a Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, we're giving it away. Yeah, you're looking at the jersey. Yeah, we're giving this away. We're giving this away to one of the subscribers. When we hit 1,000, we'll be giving it away to one of you guys. So we are going to be talking about injuries, and specifically injuries to dynasty rookies. What happens? And we have a couple situations already going on right now. We have Devante Smith, we have Rashad Bateman, and honestly, it might even happen to another player here. Not putting the curse out there, but I'm just saying, rookies, they're going through a little bit of a different training camp, of course, than they may have been used to, and soft tissue injuries happen. They do. And so we have a soft tissue injury and a ligament injury. And so when we talk about recurrence of injuries, there's a big change between what Devante Smith is going through and Rashad Bateman's going through. So Rashad Bateman, he hurt his groin. He is out until at least September. And what does that mean at this point? It means that he's going to be probably missing some beginning of the season. That's a huge red flag. That's a huge worrisome for a guy who is my wide receiver 3 in my dynasty rankings. Is that worrisome for you? Okay, he has no input yet, but he might talk at some point into this video. But yeah, that's a worrisome for me, just because you want a player that is going to be healthy, and that's obvious. But when you have Rashad Bateman, who has already a groin issue, that is a potential reoccurrence down the road. I understand he's getting surgery and everything like that, but soft tissue injuries are hard to heal from. We talk about hamstring, calves, groins. These are all injuries that are potentially reoccurring, more frequent than, let's say, if you broke a bone or if you have a ligament injury. So a big concern for me on Rashad Bateman. When you hear muscle injury, and the reason why I know all about these types of injuries is I did a lot of different sports rehab stuff in my 8 years of schooling. Yes, I went to 8 years of schooling, so much schooling. And so we talked about reoccurrence of injuries. We talked about the physical rehab that takes to get a player back on the field or back to performing well. So I think Rashad Bateman is, if you said right now, Elijah Moore, Rondell Moore, if you are thinking about those players, I am totally okay with you guys choosing those players. Even Jalen Waddle now officially kind of concreted himself ahead of Rashad Bateman because of this issue, because of this injury. And we could easily have a Jalen Reagor type situation. And so I don't want to go too crazy and say, oh my goodness, Rashad Bateman's flying down the boards. But we do have to understand that, let's just say a dynasty wide receiver's value is 4 years, 5 years. Some may be longer, maybe some will be 8 years, but let's just say 4 or 5 years. Well, you're already losing maybe 5-10% of his entire career right off the bat. And so we don't want, potentially, I mean, you're talking about this could be a month, 2-3 month issue. Hi foot. So Rashad Bateman, I'm not trying to worry you too much, but it is to the point where we're like, okay, if there's other wide receivers and you're okay with, and you really like Elijah Moore, like I love Elijah Moore as well, and you want Elijah Moore over Rashad Bateman, take him. Like, he doesn't have the injury status right now. Devante Smith is a slight difference because he has an MCL injury. MCL injuries are ligament injuries, so if you looked at your knee, and this was the outside, like away from Jackson is the outside, and this part's the inside, it's a ligament that runs in the inner part of the knee. And it's an injury I've actually occurred myself. Like, I actually had it myself when I was playing volleyball, like 12 years ago. Mine just healed up on its own. My knee swelled up. It took a couple weeks, and my knee was, well, I didn't do professional athletics, but my knee was back to kind of normal. Are you just trying to run? He's like, I'm out of here. I'm done with this video. I'm gonna run. So I think with Devante Smith, you're talking about a wide receiver. Probably 2. I mean, I'm trying to see if there's any way I would have him below that. I think you have to keep him up there right near Ja'Marr Chase. There's rumors in camp that Ja'Marr Chase is struggling with separation and stuff, and that is the number one thing that I said going Go back a month and a half ago. What was the biggest issue that I had? He uses his physical nature to create separation, which I think is a problem at the next level. I think that's one of the biggest problems he's going to have, and he needs to fix that, or else he will not be an elite wide receiver. But he can fix it. Unlike when people drop the ball all the dang time, and that doesn't seem to fix when you go from college to NFL, that you can potentially fix your separation issues. If you're an elite athlete, and I think Ja'Marr Chase is, but we have to be very, very careful. Like, we are already starting to hear kind of whispers around camp that some of the things that we kind of worried about it's why injuries that you kind of try to hear this camp buzz, you try to take with a grain of salt, but we do have to tone down on some of these rookie talk, because what happens is people are already talking about Ja'Marr Chase, Devante Smith being top 15 dynasty wide receivers, and that's just not the point for me. Or I think they're right outside the top 15, but some are even like Ja'Marr Chase or DeAndre Hopkins, and I'm like, come on, guys. Like, we have gone way too far tilt. It is rookie loving time, and so back to dynasty rookies, injuries, I should say. I would be very, very cautious in expectations for the short term. We have to understand that if they're hurt, they may end up like a Jalen Reagor. They may end up like even Michael Pittman. Having seasons that aren't great, they slightly disappoint. And so with that being said, we have to temper expectations. All right? Do you want to say hi? Let's say how look how big I got. Yeah, say look at how big I got. I just want to stand. Hey, Jackson. Hey. Say hi. Say hi. No, you want to say hi? You just want to run? Say. What happens if you selected Christian McCaffrey? What would you go do? This? Yay! How about if you got Dalvin Cook? We go skull. Dad, why are we doing this on camera? Skull. That's it? No talking today? Usually you're all talkative. You're not talkative today? You gotta tell the people. Do you want to hold the Jerry Jeudy jersey? Do you want to hold it? Say, I'm going to eat it if you guys don't subscribe. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat the jersey. All right, you can't eat the jersey. He's like, I'll eat it. So, if you don't subscribe, and Jackson will probably eat that jersey in the next couple weeks. So, deal? All right, bye. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your Friday. All right, bye. Now turn up.